Welcome back guys in our new video of latest current affairs of 21st June. So today's first question is, when is World Refugee Day celebrated? And the options are option A 20th June, option B 19th June, option C 17th June and option D 18th June. So the correct answer is option A, that is 20th June. Let's have a look to the explanation. World Refugee Day is observed every year on June 20 to respect and honor the courage and resilience of refugees across the world. The United Nations observes this day to honor the refugees who have been forced outside of their homes. The day aims to build understanding and empathy for refugees building their lives in countries new to them. So let's move on to our next question. Recently, Ibrahim Raisi has won the election of the president of which country? And the options are option A Iraq, option B Afghanistan, option C Iran and option D Tajikistan. So the correct answer is option C, that is Iran. Let's have a look to the explanation. Iran's ultra-conservative cleric and judiciary chief Ibrahim Raisi has been elected as the nation's 8th president. This was confirmed by the country's interior ministry on June 19, 2021. The ministry confirmed that Ibrahim Raisi won 61.95% of the vote during the recent presidential election. The election saw a total voter turnout of 48.8%, which is the lowest turnout for the presidential election since the 1979 revolution. Our next question is, recently CII has estimated India's GDP growth rate to be what percent in the financial year 2022? And the options are option A 8.7%, option B 9.5%, option C 8.9% and option D 9.3%. So the correct answer is option B, that is 9.5%. Let's have a look to the explanation. The Confederation of Indian Industry (CII) said on Thursday the country's gross domestic product (GDP) is expected to grow at 9.5% in the current financial year. This will take the GDP to a level that is slightly higher than in financial year 2020. The strong growth in the second half will be supported by robust external demand and large-scale coverage of vaccination, allowing resumption of economic activity, said CII President TV Narendran. Let's move on to our next question. Recently, Google Pay has launched card tokenization with which bank? And the options are option A Bank of Baroda, option B IDFC First Bank, option C Punjab National Bank and option D State Bank of India. And the correct answer is option D, that is State Bank of India. Let's have a look to the explanation. Google has roped in more banks for card tokenization on the Google Pay app. Cards tokenization is a feature that lets users make debit or credit card payments through a secure digital token attached to their phone without having to physically share their credit or debit card details. Google Pay had earlier rolled out the feature with Kotak Mahindra Bank, SBI Cards and Axis Bank. Let's move on to our next question. Who will represent India in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting? And the options are option A Khushwant Singh, option B Ajit Doval, option C Ramnath Kovind and option D Vijay Shankar. So the correct answer is option B, that is Ajit Doval. Let's have a look to the explanation. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval will participate in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meet next week in Dushanbe. Next week's meeting will see the in-person participation of NSAs of SCO countries including Pakistani NSA Moeed Yusuf. Tajikistan is the chair of the grouping. Let's move on to our next question. Which Indian origin judge has been recently nominated to the Supreme Court of Canada? And the options are option A Riaz Ali, option B Mahmood Jamal, option C Karim Khan, option D Irfan Raza. And the correct answer is option B, that is Mahmood Jamal. Let's have a look to the explanation. PM Justin Trudeau has nominated Indian origin Justice Mahmood Jamal to the Canada SC, becoming the first person to color to be named to the apex court of the country. Trudeau announced Jamal's nomination on Thursday. So guys, let's move on to our next question. Recently, the WHO has officially declared the end of second Ebola outbreak in which country? And the options are option A Australia, option B Morocco, option C Sudan and option D Guinea. So the correct answer is option D, that is Guinea. Let's have a look to the explanation. The WHO on Saturday officially announced the end of Guinea's second Ebola outbreak, which has declared on February 14. I have the honor of declaring the end of Ebola in Guinea, the WHO official Alfred Key Zerbo said at a ceremony in the southeastern Zerekore region where the disease surfaced at the end of January. Our next question is, recently who has expanded partnership with sports brand Puma India? And the options are option A Gautam Gambhir, option B Katrina Kaif, option C Yuvraj Singh, and option D Ranbir Kapoor. So the correct answer is option C, that is Yuvraj Singh. Let's have a look to the explanation. Global sports brand Puma India has extended partnership with former Indian cricketer Yuvraj Singh, who has been associated with the brand for over a decade. Moving from cricket to the fast lane, Yuvraj will now be seen in a new avatar as the face of Puma Motorsport in India, showcasing his passion for fast cars and sports-inspired fashion. With this, Yuvraj has joined the brand's global league of legends like Thierry Henry, Boris Becker, and Usain Bolt, the company said in a press release. Let's move on to our next question. Which country has recently received the Snowflake Global Innovation Partner of the Year award? And the options are option A SAIL, option B L&T Infotech, option C ONGC, and option D Tata Motors. So the correct answer is option B, that is L&T Infotech. Let's move on to the explanation. Mumbai, India, June 17, 2021. Larsen and Torbro, a global technology consulting and digital solutions company, has been recognized as the Global Innovation Partner of the Year by Snowflake, the data cloud company. LTI received this prestigious recognition during Snowflake Virtual Partner Summit held on June 16, 2021. Let's move on to our next question. Which country has recently announced to spend $3.2 billion on COVID-19 treatment? And the options are option A Italy, option B Japan, option C United States of America, and option D China. So the correct answer is option C. Let's have a look to the explanation. The United States has announced that it will spend $3.2 billion on developing antiviral treatments for COVID-19 and prepare for other pandemic threats, viruses that have potential to cause pandemics. Vaccine will continue to remain the centerpiece of our arsenal against the COVID-19, Anthony Fauci, medical advisor to the US President, said on Thursday. Let's move on to our next question. Who has recently won the United Nations Land for Life Award 2021? And the options are option A Samarth Garg, option B Manoj Mishra, option C Monica Roy, option D Shyam Sundar Gyani, and the correct answer is option D. Let's have a look to the explanation. The 2021 Land for Life Award has been won by Shyam Sundar Gyani, an associate professor for sociology in familial forestry of Rajasthan, a unique concept that relates a tree with a family, making it a green family member. The UN Convention to Combat Desertification organizes the Land for Life Award every 2 years to recognize excellence and innovation in efforts towards land in balance. Let's move on to our next question. Which state has stood second under the IBPS scheme launched by the center? And the options are option A Tamil Nadu, option B Maharashtra, option C Andhra Pradesh, and option D Karnataka. So the correct answer is option A, that is Tamil Nadu. Let's have a look to the explanation. Chennai, on June 19, the Indian Business Process Outsourcing Promotion Scheme launched by the center has facilitated extension of several IT and BPO companies in tier 2 and 3 cities across the country, and Tamil Nadu has become the second state in new job generation, the Software Technology Parks of India STPI said on Saturday. Let's move on to our next question. Recently, the person who first translated the Quran into Gojri language has passed away. What is his name? And the options are option A Sadiq Khan, option B Saeed Musallam Ali, option C Mufti Faizul Wahid, and option D none of these. So the correct answer is option C. Let's have a look to the explanation. Renowned Jammu-based Islamic scholar Mufti Faizul Wahid, who first translated Quran into Gojri language, has passed away in Jammu. The scholar had also authored several booklets including Sirajum Munira, Ahkam-e Mayyat, and Namaz ke मसाइल कुरान और हदीस की रोशनी में। Let's move on to our next question. Recently, who has been recognized by UNGC as SDC pioneers? And the options are option A, Jasveer Singh, option B, Sumant Sinha, option C, Ajay Thakur, and option D, Rahul Khattar. And the correct answer is option B. Let's have a look to the explanation. Mr. Sumant Sinha of Renew Power was recognized as an SDG Pioneer of the Year. As the leader of India's leading renewable energy company, Renew Power, Sumant has set an example by building the core business of Renew Power around the targets of SDG 7. Moving on towards our last question of today's video. Which country has recently cancelled the Tomorrowland 2021 celebration? And the options are option A, Russia, option B, Belgium, option C, France, and option D, Norway. So the correct answer is option B, that is Belgium. Let's have a look to the explanation. According to Variety, Tomorrowland organizers are now planning to appeal the local decision to the Belgium national government. We have just been informed that the mayors of Boom and Rumst will announce a ban on Tomorrowland 2021 that hits like a sledgehammer, very hard and unexpected. The event organizers said in a statement, if the festival takes place, it would be the first major dance event to happen since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. So guys, this is all for today's video. If any one of you wants to know about these question and answer in detail, then check the description box. I have provided the links of each and every question's answer with their explanation. If you want, then click on the link to view the page to gain more knowledge. So guys, let's meet again in our next upcoming video of current affair updates. Till then, thanks for watching and stay safe, stay at home.